It's me blood, sweat, and tears, what I get this shit. It's my haters really praying on my downfall. Get my in it, win it, getting it, conquering it all. And if you feel like how I'm feeling, let me hear you say. Tryna see the daylight, tryna see some air, not there, I'm so rare. That's what's sitting on the right musical chair. Speaking the truth, I dare, nigga, notorious. I do a big, there ain't no backing down or giving up. I gotta get it out of life, I'm getting the most solid. Hokey people most solid. Library defeat my treatment, leading people most solid. J.J. Back on super solid. Swear this shit is so ironic. Dr. Dre don't play like we smoke your rappers up like chronic. Way I do it, it's hypnotic, like they drinking out the bottle. Get higher than narcotics, nigga, know what I mean? Where the Dre mile from the dope state, good bitch, I'ma get that green. And shout out to my fans, I know they love when I do my thing. Give them my all, give them my soul, told them straight up and ain't the thing. Look at my eyes, you see a king. Me, I fly like I got wings, I know it's all about the dream. Why they ignite the money thing?
I'ma shake them up and break them up, drive me crazy, make the world scream.
Is it blood, sweat, and tears, what I get this shit? Is my haters really praying on my downfall?
Real cars like nigga. I know what the fuck is up.
Tell them the shit I'm on, nigga. In and I shine like chrome with it. Pain the pictures so vivid, it's blizzard, I get it, I live it, I'm on, nigga. Trophies on top of bands, over my heads, bringing it home, nigga.
Fuck em up, turn back to the point, they drill, you walking chrome, niggas. Damn, him
Came with a bow and never land. I'm a king of beats, the M.A.G. When it comes down to it, I got the print. Gotta keep the world up in my head. I'm taking time with dynamite. I bring this shit like J.J. Evans.
Continental Hotel in 2016 is at play. Cassie Diddy Intercontinental. That's at play. Okay. So this is a
new surveillance footage obtained exclusively by CNN appears to corroborate some of the allegations of abuse against music mogul Sean Diddy Combs. The video, captured on multiple cameras, shows Combs assaulting his then girlfriend Cassie Ventura in a hallway at a Los Angeles hotel in March 2016. A lawsuit filed by Ventura in November last year and settled the next day referenced actions that seem to match those seen in this video. There is no audio. According to the complaint, Combs became extremely intoxicated and punched Miss Ventura in the face, giving her a black eye, which, according to the lawsuit, prompted Ventura to try and leave the hotel room. The surveillance video obtained by CNN begins as she enters the hallway. The complaint says as she exited, Mr. Combs awoke and began screaming at Miss Ventura. He followed her into the hallway of the hotel while yelling at her. The complaint goes on to say he grabbed her and then took glass vases in the hallway and threw them at her. In the surveillance video, Combs can be seen grabbing Ventura and throwing her to the ground. As Ventura lies on the ground, Combs then kicks her twice and attempts to drag her on the floor back to the hotel room. Ventura is seen picking up a hotel phone. Combs seems to walk back to the hotel room, then returns and appears to shove her in a corner. Moments later, he can be seen throwing an object in her direction. According to Ventura's now settled lawsuit, the pair began dating several years after they met in 2005. They parted ways in 2019. Combs' attorney said the decision to settle was in no way an admission of wrongdoing. Ventura declined to comment on the video, but her attorney...
Okay, so they're starting out very hot and heavy. That video, which I think is pretty much safe to say, the publication of that video to CNN, it felt like it was a part of a pretrial strategy for the prosecutors to really influence people that may have been saying, hey, well, like, how do we know he was really doing these things? They can't leak the freak off videos, right? We saw them talk about like some things like baby oil, which was like, whoa, baby oil, that's some freaky ass nigga shit. But they need a little bit more to convince a lot of people and possibly even taint the jury pool. And it looks like that video did do it. And not only was it something to be mentioned to kind of shift public narrative, that is what the first focus is. It's around, remember, the first person is a guy who I think he now works for law enforcement, but he was a security back then in 2016 for the Intercontinental Hotel. He responded to the situation with Diddy and Cassie, and he claimed that he got physical with Diddy after he also stepped in and said, if she wants to leave, she could fucking leave. She leaves. Supposedly they ask her, hey, do you want to press charges? Or should we call the cops? She says, no, I'm good. Let me get out of here. She leaves with the nigga that's a 7-foot driver. Then they go back to the room to Diddy to check that nigga like, yo, bro, you can't be doing all this here. But like, you're tripping out, man. You got to get out of this, like, stay in your room or whatever. They say they claim they see another man who was like sitting on the bed, who's a black guy. We don't know if he's dark skin, but a guy of African American descent. And apparently Diddy kind of is like, wait, are you recording me? Because I guess he saw a phone in their hand. It's like, wait, you recording me? And then the guy yokes him up or pushes him to the wall like, nigga, what the fuck is up with you, bro? And essentially then reminds him of the rule. Looks like Diddy clearly calms down. And Diddy had offered him money. He said he turned it down. Looked like it was maybe another employee who took the money to delete it, because the dude said after he said he did record it with his phone, but he said 2 days later he had 2 days off, and when he came back he could find the footage. So it looks like somebody else took the bread. Right? Holy, all right, people, all right, we getting there. We are getting there, man. This is the real day one. Let's see if we can find this. Okay, by the way, let me watch his vlog about what was going on. Here we go.
All right, here we are. Matthew Russell Lee, Inner City Press.
By the way, he's a person from Sweden.
We're here at the break after the opening statements in U.S. for Sean Combs. It was quite a process. Number one, there was the jury selection, and we'd been covering it last week, and we did sort of an extra you can find on Substack, and extra subscribers about a jury that probably should have been stricken for cause.
Does it ever seem like work is just one long list of questions?
Who are you here for?
Where's my charger? Do I have anything in my teeth?
Good thing you have human intelligence to show you the way.
Who would be an ideal mentor, considering my goals?
Who has the right technical skills for this?
The answers to your business questions of performance, culture, impact, and team dynamics with human intelligence from WorkHuman. You already have them.
Which group is driving our culture the most?
How engaged is the night shift?
What kind of skills would set me up for advancement in my group?
How do you think we stack up against other departments?
Unlock the insights hidden in your own data to transform your business and start seeing what good looks like in your organization. The only question is,
Do you work human?
This footage, like, Steele, your job is to make this footage look not that important And maybe we see Mark Agnifilo, or Agnifilo, however you say his name. I know I'm fucking his name up a bunch. Maybe his job will be, because the next case, the next phase is going to be who is going to, and this is the heavy lifting of the whole trial, if you ask me. Who is going to be the attorney to cross-examine Cassie? Supposedly Cassie is supposed to take the stand at some point this week, but we're going to probably see escorts. We're going to see all type of people, hotel staff, security, former personal assistants. They're going to take the stand, I would imagine, first. When Cassie gets on that bitch, that's going to be time. It's going to probably be, she's going to be on the stand for at least 2 days, I would imagine. She's the star key witness. Without her, this case is flimsy. So whoever the attorney for Diddy that's going to be combing through everything she says, again, Cross is going to be brutal. I would imagine AUSA has prepared her for this. I would imagine that her current husband is probably there supporting her, but she is pregnant. It's going to be brutal. They have to chop her down. They have to remind the jury and the audience and everybody who is witnessing this case, Cassie might be this demure young woman now who is having a child and is happily married, but back then she was a freak. That was a nympho that couldn't get enough of penis. And that's how Diddy's going to put it across. And she liked to do freaky shit like how he liked to do freaky shit. And they were in it together. We're going to see how that plays. I'm wondering if Tenny is going to do that part, or maybe it's Mark. Or maybe they leave everything to Brian Steele. I don't think they'll leave everything to Brian Steele, but Brian Steele, he got first, and he's doing this thing to try to get this idea about the first part of the state's case is to show, hey, this is what happens when you defy Sean Combs. You leave a freak off. He drags you back, he beats your ass, and forces you to fuck other people. Brian Steele is trying to show, no, you guys are spinning this into something that it's not. How do we know there's a freak off going on? Oh, the guy says, well, the prosecutor, the person standing, said, there's a guy in the room. How come we ain't hearing about this guy in any reports other than you saying it now? So that's where we're at with it.
Solved this afternoon as the witnesses began, including with some hotel witnesses. So Interstate Press, we're on the case. We're covering other cases too. I just stopped at the Mag Court. A man was released after 2 uses of a gun. Well, one brandishing and one using. Third released, but there's been a request by the government for a stay, which was denied, but they're going to be appealing it. So we're going to be covering that as well. But Diddy it is. In for a pound, in for a penny, in for a pound. Interstate Press on the case.
Interesting. We're still monitoring the Tory situation. It's still a top story. The Tory situation, according to his team, he's in critical condition. We're going to see. Okay? We'll also find out some other details. Apparently, Diddy had a Bible on the trial, the desk he's sitting with his attorneys. Said Diddy looked like he's leaning on faith as he goes through federal trial for sex trafficking because he was reading from the Holy Bible in court. The Bad Boys founder had a Bible at his table on Monday and was reading scriptures before opening statements from the prosecution and the defense team, according to folks in a courtroom. They said that he had a lot of family supporting him, and including a bunch of his kids at the Combs. And the Combs family looked stoic as federal prosecutors laid out their case against him, with the fam showing no emotions whatsoever. Wearing a sweater over a collared shirt, Diddy hardly moved as the prosecution addressed the jury. He fidgeted his feet a bit and had a blank stare. One of Diddy's defense lawyers, Tenny Garrigo, was handling open statements, and a couple of jurors appeared not off, resting their heads in their hands. Garrigos was speaking right before lunch. Seemed like jurors were getting tired and hungry. Still, a couple of jurors were taking a ton of notes during Tenny's opening. Her father and famed defense attorney Mark Garrigos looked like a proud father. So her father's there as he watched her do her thing. This is Tenny Garrigos here. Tenny's husband was also in court.
Immerse yourself in the world's total moisture with Dr. Squash, a natural ingredient that infinitely moisturizes your body and mind. Take a bite out of dryness with Dr. Squash Total Moisture.
what's the vision for Galt Media and where you're going?
For the convenience industry, audio inside the store is our primary channel. Ideally, where we would end up is at a place where you have almost like a self-serve, where brands themselves could go.
He was outside on his way to the court when he had no mood to talk to our photographer. Diddy's mom, Janice, was also wearing sunglasses. The lunch break is about to end, so let's look at the video of Cassie's man showing up to court. We don't know if Cassie's there as of yet, but he looked like he's going to stick through the whole thing. Keep in mind, this guy has a history with Diddy. Don't know if he ever got violent, physical, or did it shout or cuss each other out, but apparently Alex Fine was hired by Diddy as Cassie's personal trainer, and it's now resulted in this, where he's now married her and has multiple kids with her, and she's turned around suing him, and he's supporting her. So let's see him walking into court. He's going to be supporting his wife, Cassie. Here we go.